Thanks to EA for sponsoring this video. What's up everyone, Darcblade here with a Hunter's Guide to Wild Hearts. In this video I'll be providing you with an introductory guide to the game, going over the basic concept of the game, story, mechanics, gameplay loop and more. Now anyone who has experienced any previous monster hunting style games in the past will be familiar with what Wild Hearts brings to the table. However, Wild Hearts tries to innovate a little bit on certain aspects of the hunting genre. Whilst yes, the concept of the game involves us playing as a hunter, taking on various prey and monsters, collecting and carving materials from those hunts to craft better armor and gear to allow us to take on more difficult prey. And that is the same with Wild Hearts, although with Wild Hearts we don't take on monsters, we take on KEMONO. Ancient and deadly creatures, but who are in tune with nature. KEMONO are basically beasts that have undergone a unique evolution by fusing with their environments, allowing them to use nature not only to power themselves up, but also enhance their attacks when it comes to hunting prey or defending themselves. They come in all shapes and sizes as well, from plant-infused squirrels to massive boars and ice-tinted wolves. They in themselves are characters and part of what makes Wild Hearts so enjoyable. The design of the KEMONO is also based off of creatures and animals that you would find in Japanese and other Asian fantasy, making them not only a challenge but also a visual joy to behold. Now of course when it comes to hunting, players will have various tools in their arsenal. You will of course be able to pick a weapon. There are 8 in the game, with 5 being unlocked at the start and 3 becoming unlocked as you progress through the game's story. Each of these weapons is unique in its own right and allows for pretty much 8 different playstyles. So there is bound to be something that best suits your own personal hunting style. You're also able to craft various armor pieces which can be enhanced and upgraded in various ways, which will in turn allow you to create various builds, essential for taking on the more difficult tasks in Wild Hearts. And one thing you need to get used to using is the KARAKUri. This ancient technology, which is fused with your hunter, allows you to craft and build various contraptions whilst you're on a hunt. These can include things like springs, torches, traps, bombs, gliders, and more. Of course, you don't always have to hunt alone. You can hunt in a pack. Wild Hearts is one of the rare games that has implemented crossplay, so no matter what system you are playing on, you can group up with 2 other hunters for a maximum of 3 players to take on the challenges that Wild Hearts presents you. That is not to say that you can't take on hunts solo, but with multiple players you have a lot more tools available in your arsenal thanks to multiple players using the KARAKUri technology, which can make the difficult hunts a little bit more easier. Now of course there is a story to Wild Hearts, with colourful and entertaining characters. Without going into spoilers here, you dive into a fantasy feudal Japan story where civilization is at odds with nature. They are trying to coexist with one another, but of course that's easier said than done. As a hunter, during your time with Wild Hearts, you'll help the various characters you come across in their struggle to coexist with nature and the KEMONO, whilst at the same time trying to find balance within yourself. You can see this as well when it comes to the builds in the game, thanks to certain armor pieces and upgrades, siding more with civilization or the KEMONO. But of course I don't want to go into spoiler territory here, as this is supposed to be a quick introductory guide. Now of course the world of Wild Hearts is set into various areas that you can explore and hunt in. These are all accessible through the main city known as Minato. Each region is based off of a season in Japan as well, with spring, fall, summer and winter all being represented. In each of these environments you'll find different KEMONO as well, that utilise elements and attacks based on those seasons. Knowing this will allow you to prepare for upcoming hunts to take down your prey more effectively. But before I go, a few little quick tips. First of all, there is no item inventory system, so to speak. You do have access to a set number of healing potions, known as healing water, which you gather whilst you're out on a hunt. These can be consumed to restore your health and quickly replenished by collecting more healing water found in the environment. You can also prepare yourself for a hunt by eating. You can forage the land for meat, herbs, fish and more, which can then either be prepared back at camp or eaten out in the field to give your hunter various buffs. And finally, a sidearm of the KARAKUri is that you are able to use the technology to create camps. Located in the environment are these areas known as dragon pits, to which camps can be built upon them. These dragon pits allow you to create and use more KARAKUri contraptions, and should you set up camp at one of these areas, you're able to create various non-combative related contraptions such as tents, campfires, traversal tools, workstations to create armor and weapons, and so much more. So Wild Hearts does give us a unique spin on the hunting genre. Its combat can be visceral, but also tactical. Rarely can you run into a hunt, mindlessly attack a monster, and expect to succeed. You have to use tactics and patience. The KEMONO can be incredibly aggressive, but they have periods of time where they're exhausted or tired, to which opens them up for your attacks. Using this and utilising the various contraptions you can craft will aid you on a hunt, and that, coupled with the mastery of whatever weapon you specialise in, will bring success. And it ultimately reveals Wild Hearts to be a complex but incredibly satisfying game. Should you put the time in to learn all the mechanics, you'll find that Wild Hearts has a lot of depth and should bring joy to anyone who likes the hunting genre. Now, of course, I'll be bringing out more videos going into more information, more details about the weaponry and other mechanics of Wild Hearts, but this is just an introductory guide helping beginner players, or just answering some questions for players who are thinking about picking up Wild Hearts for the first time. So I've been Darcblade, bringing you an introductory guide to Wild Hearts. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.